Hey everybody, Obey the Papaya back at you again with another YouTube video. So this YouTube video is a little bit for beginners. I kind of put some of the important information that some people may not know, actually a lot of people may not know in the beginning. But the rest is relatively beginner stuff. I saw Summit Wednesday started playing, Pokey started playing, and those guys, by watching them, I saw some things that they didn't realize, people in chat were trying to help them. So I thought, you know what, let me make a relatively quick video and kind of share that information with a lot of the new players that are coming into the game, right? So let's get straight into it. All right. So first thing, so for people that, this is a pretty important tip that a lot of people don't understand, and why I always say that you should never ever die in lane and predecessor for kills, farm, or anything, is because you get 20 to 25% of your gold just by farming XP slash being near them. As in, by you getting XP, even if you're not last hitting, you get 20 to 25% of the gold from that minion. Of course, it's not a lot, right? But it helps with people. It helps motivate people in a way to go, oh, if I'm still getting 20 to 25%, I'm pretty sure it's 20% by the way, but I haven't been able to necessarily calculate it out. Uh, but it is. I'm pretty sure 20%. It helps motivate people to go, oh, I can kind of sit in AFK in lane. Of course, you don't necessarily want to do that. You want to try to get as much gold as you can. But that's why getting XP in reality is as beneficial as it is, because XP is going to give you the advantage, or it's going to let you stay in the level advantage. One level can be 80, 80 HP, a few armor, a few magic resist. I mean, it scales up, so it's very nice to keep your level up. It's basically equivalent to an item every single level, especially for your HP and your armor pool. So that's it. Make sure that you are staying next to them, and that's your entire goal when you are playing the game, is not to die. All right, your main goal: don't die, then farm and soak XP, and then focus on farm. You know, because that's kind of it. You just don't want to get your laner ahead. You want to do whatever you possibly can to benefit you and your team, right? If you think you're going to be on the losing side of things, play it safe a bit. Learn and test out the waters and see what you can do. You're going to be playing against counters. You're going to be playing against people that may be better than you, right? And it's just something that's good to know. You get 20% of your gold no matter what. All right. Next on the list is trying to find enemies ultimate, well, not necessarily enemy, but your teammates and yeah, basically your teammates blink and ultimate timers. So here we got a main screen for the game, right? If you look at the top left here, we get to see all our teammates, and we get to see these little dots here that it's not very noticeable, right? So we zoomed in right here on the countess, and boom, you got those dots. Some of them don't have it, like steel. And that's it. The yellow is your blink and the blue is your ultimate. And you get to see your teammates ult and blink. You get to see these bug out in replay mode. You don't see them bug out in game though. But these are some important things that the devs, they don't necessarily tell you that in the tutorial. So this is very important to understand. Should I go in? Should I use my blink to go in? Because I know my steel has his ultimate, right? These are the things that you could look into, while you're playing the game. You could consider. Um, Hopefully we get them changed, to make them more visible, to make it easier to see. But it's something that I see a lot of people didn't know about. And there it is. Next on the list, so I do a lot of tutorials, and a lot of times when I do tutorials, I'll call out information like my alternate, I'll call my RMB, I'll call my basic attack, I'll call my R, you know? So I just wanted to kind of give a quick rundown, a quick show of just what these are exactly. When you go into your settings menu, that's where you can also set up your, if you want to make it insta cast, if you want to make it quick cast, if you want to default cast, they're going to be named similar to this. So Q ability for PC is also primary for everybody. So whenever I say primary, I'm talking about this ability location here. Secondary, big this ability location here. The ultimate here, basic attack, alternate, and then your blink ability. So this is whenever I mention these type of things in my videos, and if anyone else is, if you're trying to talk with a cross-platform gamer, right? This is the way they're going to communicate. These are technically the name of the skills, besides directly calling the name of the skill. But there's so many skills in this game, it's going to be hard to remember all of them, right? 2,000 hours in, I don't even recall countesses. I only know Event Tide and feast. I think that's it. Um, all right, so next we're going to talk about offlane or Scion side. So here on the map, offlane is going to be wherever the Scion buff is here, right? Scion buff is going to give you HP as well as XP and gold. So it's a nice buff to have. It's nothing too prominent. We're not too worried about it overall, but it's kind of tell you, where is offlane going to be, right? And in this scenario right here, right? This is considered offlane strong side. So the reason why we call this side offlane strong side is because we're able to get one piece of vision here next to 3 camp, and we're also able to just walk up a little bit and be able to see 3 camp to be able to track our jungler. Next to that, we're also able to see, yeah, well, not necessarily able to see, but the gank potential really of getting any type of gank from your fog wall that's closest to you is pretty slim. It's hard to gank this side as a jungler, right? Only really time you can really gank this jungler is they're really pushed up on tower. Other than that, you can have middle of the lane and at your tower very easily. There isn't too much gank potential, from this side, so you're biased to play a little bit aggressive. One other advantage is when you're in this case, right, is that 99% of the time, don't know what is going to be in low elo, but as you improve, as you go against most players, jungler, 99% of the time, they are going to start red buff. That means that you do not need to really, in theory, worry about the jungler until about 2 minutes and 30 seconds in, maybe 3 minutes, possibly not at all, right? Because the jungler is either going to clear his camp, clear this side, and then look for a gank, or he's going to go off the blue side, clear that side, and that's so much time for you to already be level 3, to basically have all your skills up, right? And you can just kind of run away, you can set yourself up. Also, that ward position is going to tell you when he's there. So it's a very strong position for an offlaner, even for a carry when it flips, when you're on different sides, right? A strong side is when uh, you are on the enemy's blue side. All right, that's the simplest way to put it. Okay. Uh, Another tip here is that on offlane, this is offlane in general. Okay, you can only de-aggro minions in this area, as if minions are aggroed onto you and you're fighting the enemy. If you have to look for a de-aggro, there's two ways to de-aggro, which is going into fog walls or jumping in this pit right here. Okay, that's how you de-aggro minions. You could also go here into Cyan too, but that's a little bit obvious, I guess. So it's anywhere from this box here and Cyan buff. That's how you de-aggro the minions. Okay, and we'll discuss this and why this is basically important in the next slide. All right, so on this side, this is duo or gold side. And that's because you have gold here. Duo lane always follows gold side of things, right? And in this picture, we are on what we call weak side. Now, we consider it weak side because you have the highest level of gank potential here right now. You know, up until, if you watch my videos, a minute 47 is when the jungler will clear their red buff. From that point on, they will be level 2. They can decide from that point to just go and gank a duo lane or to take their 5 camp and then look at ganking a dual lane, right? And it's going to be pressure this entire time because most likely the jungler is going to be full on HP. He can do it, so you got to be careful. You got to play a little bit safer here. So this is where I throw some of my vision here. At a minute 47, I like to put this ward down right here, over here, and then just throughout the game. If I'm the ADC, because this is the easiest way for ADC to put a ward down, I like to put my ward down around 3 camp. There's this little ledge right here. I like to put mine on the ledge. That way I can see them before they get past the ledge, see them walking up the ramp. That's just kind of where I like to put them, right? Um, and this is weak side, so you got to be a little bit more careful here up until the 3-minute mark. Well, up until about the 2-minute mark is when he'll probably be at blue side at that point, right? So you just got to play it safe in this type of situation. Um, all right, so here the de-aggro is a lot more different than an off lane. To de-aggro here in dual lane, you literally just didn't need to go past this white line that I drew. You can be on top of here. You do not have to jump down, and you can de-aggro minions here. All right, that helps because minions do a lot of damage, and it's why long range supports are so popular right now because they can poke you out and just de-aggro minions very quickly. They can poke you out, de-aggro minions here in Fogwall. They have a lot of, advantages at for them. So that's one thing. If you want to, if you start your fights, just be warned. If you have to de-aggro, if you have to stop the minions from attacking you, or you want to poke out the enemy even as a carry, right? Just walk past this area, boom, you get a nice de-aggro. Very easy. Let me see if there's anything else I can catch that I can discuss about. No, that's about it on this side. Yeah. So, yeah, this is a quick tips and tricks for just people that are a little bit more advanced, but they don't catch some stuff with their eye, and just to give them some tips and some guidance, right? So let me know what you guys think about this video in the comments below. If you leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, as that really helps me out, and I truly appreciate that. But yeah, on that note, take it easy, have a good one, good luck in your games. I'll catch you later. Peace.